No, this is just a drill, guys. As a sailing couple, 2 people in a boat, your worst nightmare is going to be a man overboard situation. You hear terrible stories of people who've gone overboard and someone was off watch and sleeping and they woke up to find they were alone and things like that. Terror stories. We all obviously don't want to live through that, and we take precautions. One of the precautions that's quite necessary is to actually practice the situation, man overboard. So we're going to do that today. Marie's never done it, which is bad on my part. And personally, I haven't done it for a couple of years either. I was sailing solo a lot before this, and obviously there's no point learning how to do a man overboard drill when you're alone. So we're going to do that today. We're going to walk you guys through it, and at the same time walk us through it, you know. So obviously we probably make some mistakes, and there's a lot of you out there that are more experienced than either of us. So really appreciate in the comments if you would give some constructive criticism or advice. Don't just say you guys are idiots, you're all going to die. Please be constructive, tell us of the way you do it. Maybe if something's happened to you, if something's a real man overboard situation and you've done it and you've learned what really works. I'm going to do what I've learned, what I think is good, and we'll show you guys. Enjoy the video.
Last year I never really think about it. I'm a bit innocent, I think, and this winter we were in France and I watched a movie about that, super Hollywood style. It was really like not real, but so I start to think about that. If one day like I wake up in the night when he's doing the watch and he just fell overboard and I am alone on the boat, or even if he was yelling in the night and I have to do something, and yeah, so I'm a bit scared to think about it, even if it's an exercise, like to imagine that it's quite a lot of pressure for me, but I think it's important we are practicing.
Okay, so what we're going to do is throw a fender overboard. That's going to be the person, and then we're going to go through the steps, and I'm going to say them now, the steps that I would do in a man overboard situation. So obviously the main point is locate the person in the water with your eyes. I mean, you can use technological things, push man overboard buttons, whatever, but if you lock your eyes on the person, the head in the water, this is the best thing to do. The way to help that is to throw other things in the water, so you've got more things to visually group. So we'll throw other fenders in the water. Anything that floats, basically, that's at hand, we'll throw in the water. We have a Dan buoy, which is this long pole with a flag on it. That'll go in the water first because it's out of the water. It's got a flag that's 1 meter high. So once that's done, we'll keep the eye on the person while moving to the next step, which will be, in this case, getting the engine running. The engine running first. We're in relatively flat water, calm water. In this situation we would just furl the head sail and motor back to the person in the water. Obviously in different conditions you might not be able to do that, but in this condition that's what we're doing. But instead of furling the head sail first and then getting the engine going, I would do it the other way so that we know the engine is going before we get rid of the sail. If for some reason the engine wouldn't go, we would need to sail back and then we'd need the sail. So first engine, then furl the sail. And while doing all this, furling all that, the eyes have got to be on the person. Obviously you have to look what you're doing a little bit, but as much as possible, eyes on the person in the water. So it might mean looking over your shoulder, but as much as possible, because the amount of drift and the distance that you gain in these 2 or 3 minutes is amazing, and I think it's going to blow everyone away when you try it yourself. It's pretty crazy, and obviously a small head in the waves, it's very difficult to see, so you need to try and keep like, that's where they are, that's where they are, that's where they are. Very important. So get the engine going, get the sail down, get the boat turned around and heading back towards them, and just eyes on, eyes on. That's sort of it. I have a man overboard button on my GPS, but it's downstairs. I am not going to go and do that. I don't know, maybe you guys think that's a good idea. I think the valuable seconds I'll be downstairs pushing that button and not having my eyes on the person. Yeah, I think, you know, in a panic situation you have to take, you know, you just have to do what you know, with the cards that you dealt with, and I think that would be a one that I wouldn't go for. So yeah, we're going to do this now. We're going to throw a fender in the water, and we're going to run through it simply. We're not going to do I'm going to surprise Marie. We're going to just walk through it, and this is how we do it. We'll go back, collect all the clutter that we've thrown in the water, and then we'll probably do another one more surprise style. Okay, so we are currently cruising along just under head sail. I've got the boat in easy mode, obviously, no mainsail up. We're out in the middle of nowhere, the sea's very calm, we're doing 5 knots. This is sort of ideal training conditions. Okay, so let's get going. So you're going to throw yourself overboard. Alright, you throw yourself overboard.
Oh, that's me.
Anytime you're ready. Okay. Man overboard! Ah! Watch, watch. So then the Dan boy's going next. Alright, Dan boy is in. See how it works? See how the Dan boy works?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Alright, throw that. Yep. So you're still watching the person? But see how much easier it is now we've got 3 people. Throw that one overboard. Right, now we've got a line. We've got a line of people in the water. And it's much easier to see 4 things, especially the orange flag. Okay, now start the engine. Start the engine. Okay, get it going forwards. Alright, you can already turn the autopilot off. I'll be furling the sail. Okay, turn us around and keep your eyes on the people. Yeah, we're still there, look, perfect. Turn around, give more power. We need to go fast. Okay. Full power. Okay, and we've got the people here. Well, 1 person. All right, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. You're going to go too far. Okay. So now we can see everything in front of us. Okay, so how did that go?
That was okay, but yeah, it's quite scary to see at which speed you can have really someone super far. And yeah, like we had like the whole line of things we throw overboard really far apart. So I can imagine that it's really good to have the maximum things in the water to you can watch it, because just 1 person, it's super hard to see. It's getting super fast.
Okay, so we've got everything back in. We got the man overboard and all the other bits and pieces. And yeah, like Marie said, you can really see the difference if there's a bunch of things floating in the water, if there's just one. Pretty crazy to see the distance you put. They're standing still. We're cruising on at 5 knots. By the time you get the sail furled, the engine on, and this is a situation that we knew was going to happen, you know. So if someone's sleeping or have to come up from downstairs, big situation. And we won't even talk about night situations. That's a whole different kettle of fish. Also, by the time we got back, the distance that spread apart, that's quite amazing. Obviously, different things in the water, different size things. Some get blown by the wind. The Dan boy, for example, it's skinny little pole. It doesn't really move, so it's probably going to stay nearest the human. The human's also going to be mostly underwater. Things like fenders or this water bottle we threw, it's floating, so the wind pushes it faster. But regardless, you know that it's still within that radius of debris in the water as your human that you're searching for. So that was just a walkthrough. We're going to do another one now where we just do the same thing, no stress involved, but it'll just be one of us, and we'll do 1 each. So it's just one of us doing all the things. This time we shared the duties, you know, but that would never be realistic because there's only 2 of us on the boat, and if one goes overboard, 1 person has to do all of that. So we're going to train that next. I noticed that the flag on this Dan boy, which is the most important thing, and it did still work, we could still see it the best from all of the things, but the top was taped up, and I guess that was to stop it flapping up on the pole. But so in the water, this flag didn't open properly. It just came sort of half open like this. So obviously you're going to see it much more if it's completely open and flapping in the wind. So just alone this training exercise to find that is a big thing. So like, I don't know who put this tape on there, but it's been a while and I should have checked this before. My bad. sail off first. Get the sail off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and back. Yep. Just let it, just open it all the way and let it go. Don't worry how it feels. Keep looking, that's it. Perfect. Good stuff. You still watching them?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff. There you go, it's filled. Quick, get it going forwards. Yep. Autopilot.
Oh.
Alright, spin it around. Good stuff so far, awesome. A bit more speed. Keep watching them. Still see them?
Yeah.
Stand up on the side if you have to. Okay. Am I going to die?
No, I hope no.
You going to get me?
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty confident.
You are swimming good, I hope.
Yeah, I'm swimming good. I think there might be a shark after me though. Better hurry.
No shark here.
Yeah. Okay, there's the Dan boy. There's the other boy. There's the water bottle. And this is me, straight up in front. Okay, yeah, slow right down now. Slow right down, neutral nearly. Okay, there you go. Now come alongside and grab me. There I am.
Where is the pool?
It's okay. Now that was well done, good stuff. So how was that?
That's okay, but I can imagine that in a real situation is really even more distance and more stress.
Okay, Marie did really well then. She did all the processes. Obviously, you know, you can say, well, there was no panic, there's no situation, but training is about that. It's about learning the processes, learning the steps. We don't have to make it a panic situation. Obviously, if in a real situation, you would panic, but hopefully Marie will go back to these steps she's learned in a non-panic situation, and after panicking for a second, these steps will come back and she'll be like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, and that's what it's about. We need to practice more, but it's already, she knows the steps, and this is the good thing, and I'm learning too, so it's awesome. So I'm going to have a turn next. Shit. Oh. Come on overboard, she's blonde. What do I do? No. It is the water. Oh, she's going fast. What else? Okay, let's get this going. Engine. Okay, furl the sail. Back. Still see her good. Okay. Autopilot. Where is she? Still see her? Oh, I hope she's alright. I hope the shark's not chasing her. It's pretty sharky here. Whew. I was dreaming so good too. We were going to stop on a beach, have a barbecue. Whew. And overboard.
You're taking care of your hat than me, huh?
Yeah. Alright, I can see her, it's all good. That Dan boy is really visible. Okay, but now there's some white caps. So it's different than before. The white caps actually make it harder because there's more troughs and peaks. Okay, I can see it. This is the debris starting. I can see all these 4 or 5 things I threw in the water. And Marie would be the furthest away one. But it's still all groups. And from here I would hear her yelling and screaming at me probably if it was dark even. I'm close enough now, I know I'm within the radius of where she went in the water. She would probably yell or whistle or something and I'd know, you know, we're close now, you know, that's the main thing. Obviously I got it turned around quicker than you would in a normal situation and all that, but this is basic training. We call it basic training. Go down. So this one here, the Enjoi, is by far the biggest help. It is very, very visible from a long way because it's out of the water and it's in between the up and down waves. You still see the flag. So this is by far the most important one to get in first, closest to the victim. If they're still conscious and swimming, they can actually swim to it because they can see it and you can see it, and it's the best thing by far. Okay, well, I guess that went pretty well, right?
Yeah, that was good. More easy than what I was expecting. Like, I know it's gonna be more stressful, but yeah, that was okay.
No, you reacted really good. Yeah, as I said, this is a training exercise. It's about getting the steps and the processes. And I think it went good. Learned a couple of things. It's really good to visualize how far things go. This is calm water, obviously. We've got 15 knots of wind, a few white caps, but not, there's a swell actually here, but it's a long period. There's not much chop. So yeah, it's good. We're in a small boat, we're low down, so obviously your visibility is restricted compared to in a bigger boat. You're sitting higher up, so you've got a longer distance into the sea, but this is what it is. It's a very safe boat though. I'm not really afraid of us getting tipped out. The open transom, it's very safe. The cables over the back come up to my chest. For example, a lot of people fall overboard when they're having a pee overboard, but because they have to stand up on the sides and the safety rails only go up to their knees, a wave hits them and they go overboard. I feel very safe in this boat, and also we can do everything from the cockpit, reefing and everything, so we don't really need to go forward, and that's where the more danger is with the pitching and bouncing. But still, it can always happen, and it's good to train for it. I think you did good. I think the training of driving the boat is good for you. Knowing how to furl really fast, get the sail down. Obviously if we had the mainsail up in that situation, I would just center it and still motor back, depending on how strong the wind was. This mainsail comes down very fast, so that could be an option we'll practice next time, is also with the mainsail, so that she can get rid of the halyard and drop the mainsail and then motor back that way. Anyway, I think it went pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, give us some of your own tips. I'm just watching where we're going. We've still got a couple of miles till we get to the island. Give us some of your own tips, experiences. Hopefully good experiences, but we can all learn from bad experiences too. Obviously, that's the best learning. Sometimes you have to go through them. And we'd like to hear from you, and especially anything we can do to be safer and actually just enjoy our cruising, right? That's what it's about, feeling safe, feeling secure, and out here loving life. The world's it's actually a very safe place, but we have the feeling it's a very unsafe place, especially now with COVID and all that. But the point is, know the risks, weigh up the risks and rewards, and live life as much as you can and as good as you can, and that's what we're trying to do. And if we can train things like this to make it even more secure, then awesome. It's a great day for it. We had fun.
I saw your amazing talent of actor.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good, eh?
Oh yeah.
Your screams were pretty good though. I actually was scared down there a little bit. Thank you to our patrons. We had a couple of new ones last week. Very, very cool. Also had a couple stop with the contributions. They were nice enough to write to me and say due to COVID the financial situation's changed, and well, totally understandable. Obviously you've got kids, mortgages, payments, lost jobs, whatever. We're doing fine. I'm not expecting a handout from Patreon. It's more about you guys that are enjoying our content enough, willing to put some money towards the content. So whatever you guys give us, we're more than happy with. it's just a confirmation that you enjoy our content. We are not more in need than anyone else, probably less so. We can be self-sufficient here. So thank you very much, patrons. Very, very cool. And we'll see you next week, still here in Roti. I don't know what we're doing, but Roti is freaking amazing and we're loving it here. So we're gonna keep showing you these cool things, and yeah, see you next Sunday.
Bye bye.